Discord tonight. I should have just been playing chess. Yeah, and Ivor, you were 1100 when you started playing me. You've gotten a lot fucking better than me, man. I'm not even 1100. I'm like 1,000. Oh, son of a bitch, I fucked up. Yeah, I'm 1074 apparently. So playing Kelson Aqua. Kelson, I didn't know you were. Oh, you're not American. Is that the Philippines? It's Malaysia. God damn it. Well, Malaysia. What is the Filipino flag? We don't learn this stuff in school, guys. Sorry. Although the little icon does look rather similar. I mean, it's tiny. It's tiny. What can I say? 2 nights variation. You know, I don't know if this is actually a move to do, but I'm going to do it. I do it often. The old G3. G3. Do you guys remember G3? Probably not. I don't think G3 is a thing anymore. In fact, it says G3 Ministries. Am I thinking of something completely wrong? I thought it was a gaming convention. Like way back in the day. And you moved. Right. Yeah, G3 conference, right? Is that not it? No, that's all like church shit. What the fuck am I thinking of? I thought it was G3. G3 video games? Dude, I could have sworn it was G3. Esports. I am pretty sure it was called G3. Anyway, whatever. Bishop out. Get your bishop out. You better. I feel like I'm looking at the chessboard and like not actually seeing anything about the chessboard. So I'm thinking E3. Maybe I'm thinking of, is it E3? Maybe it's E3. So E3 blocks the bishop, but I think I'm okay with it at present. And Ivor says, by the way, my advice is to study 3 openings for white and black. Study them very hard. Know every theory of them. Your ELO will pump up very fast. That is good advice. At present, I barely know 2 openings. Although if I play black tonight, I have a new opening that I might throw down. Okay, what happens here? You have 3 defenders and I have 2. So I'm going to hit this guy up. Yeah, 3 openings. And Ivor, what are the 3 openings that you do? Tell me your secrets. I pretty much always do the English and the Sicilian. So the Sicilian and the Sicilian. Yeah. I just like them. I like them. I don't know why I like them. And I'm stubborn about them. Why you gotta slut me like that, man? Come on now. Why you gotta slut me like that? So normally I would go to G5. But I, for some reason, feel like it's a bad move. I don't think I have another move. Going here seems silly as fuck. Taking here gets took there, so we'll go here. You play the ready, which I've seen, but I don't remember what it actually looks like. The fried liver. I thought the fried liver was a trick. Is it literally just an opening? And the Queen's Gambit. The old Queen's Gambit. Why you gotta slut me like that, bruh? Alright, so I don't think I'm gonna move the bishop. I think I'm gonna move the knight. It's an actual opening. So the fried liver is literally an opening. I was unaware. So this chases the bishop, but it really just puts your bishop kind of where you want to be. Which I don't really want to do. I think castling might be the move here. Unless there's a tactic I'm just not seeing. La 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 la. Yeah, I think we're gonna go here and see what you do. You won't move that D pawn, I guarantee it. Dude, I think there's like spiders hanging out in my room, like waiting till I play chess to then crawl on my legs. There's one spider. I don't like killing anything. I'll kill a mosquito. Motherfucker, I'll kill a mosquito. Damn, that's some serious lag, isn't it? Yeah, I apologize. I mean, what's the point of me apologizing? I do apologize for the lag. I got apparently a shit-tastic computer, though. And I could hard or Ethernet in, but I don't know. I got to deal with the roommates, and I'm not sure they're going to be down with an Ethernet cable that snakes its way through the entire house. Because I'm kind of far away. Turkey, Antalya is so hot that when I went to Antalya for vacation, you saw a spider the same size as your hand. Damn. Damn. Okay, so the double attack, that makes sense. Why not? Kind of gives you a pawn, doesn't it? Not bad. So maybe I should have approached that instead. I could go for this. And then what? Then where does my knight go after that? He's kind of got one spot, which is here. And then he can get attacked again. I can just take him. Get your queen involved. But your queen can be attacked pretty easily. So I'm going to do that. Turkey. Now, are you talking about Turkey or are you talking about Turkey? Is that a different place? Like the country Turkey? Where is that? It sounds like a former Soviet name, which I know that's probably going to piss everybody off, but that's what it sounds like. Turkey Antalya. Sounds a little Russian. Man, I wish I could fix the YouTube thing. Or not the YouTube thing, the video thing. I did the whole OBS. So I'm using OBS on Mac. And apparently it's not as good on Mac as it is on Windows. So I did the whole update thing, got it updated, did the whole wizard auto configure, and it gave me all the settings and said, here you go, rock and roll. So I am technically going through Restream, so maybe that's the issue. I wonder if that's an issue. It doesn't seem like it should be, because let me see if it's lagging on my end. Yeah, this is on my computer thing. Okay, so you moved there. Right. To grab the pawn that way. So it seems like an obvious move to move here. But it leaves this square open for this bishop, yeah? So I could probably gather a little bit of time, try to improve my position. I think this pawn is probably gone. I don't really like the knight placement. Hum. Got a lot of... My bishop's not doing anything. My bishop could be doing something. So pushing this pawn really doesn't do much. Pushing this pawn does open up my bishop. You take there. It seems incredibly passive. I'm gonna close fucking Twitch. Jesus Christ. This is super passive. That is attacking your knight there and there, but not really. I feel like the obvious move is to move the knight. So there's this, or even that, and it gives my knight a couple places to go if need be. This just reinforces the knight, which is nice. But then that pawn is weak later on. What to do? I don't want to take too long thinking about this, but I'm kind of thinking about it a lot. Pop, 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 and then maybe this. I like how forward he is. I like my men forward. You know, I'm going to come back. I don't see a reason not to. I've got two defenders on that pawn, which I'm really not trying to save, but it seems like a pretty focal point right now. And it puts my knight in a better position. Right, so that's that. Taking here, I don't see why that's a bad idea. You take back, kind of gets your queen involved. That could be annoying. But then I could take here, then you get this going on, that goes on. What does your queen do here? What can she do? I guess you can pop your knight there and be annoying. Maybe this. And the queen could come. Queen's not going to come there at all. You will move back to either there. See, and then the knight can come here and be. Let me see here. Then the take, then here. Is the knight better there? Once he's there, we'll come here first. I'm losing time anyway. Probably misthinking the shit out of this. I mean, like, there's a lot of attack I could do. I don't know. I really want to actually develop the pieces and play the board. Right, so the knight goes there. You get the pawn. I could take here, you get the piece. So we just kind of trade. I am up a pawn presently, so it just evens it out. This knight's not doing much. We're going to trade him down. And take the center. That is the plan. I don't want to give up that bishop if I don't need to. But I do need to make my bishop actually worthwhile. So the question is, does he take with the queen? Likely. Here, I'm thinking that is maybe the move. Oh, you take with a pawn. Interesting. Okay. So, I mean, I do have this. Where does your knight go? I think I'm coming here. I was doing this, hey, when is my turn? Aniver, your turn is after Subum. So it's this game, then Subum, then you. And we'll probably do a 10-minute without an increment on Subum. Right, so pushing out on the king side. This guy is, you're looking for that. Interesting. Okay, that happens. I think I can actually do that. Pop, pop. Let me see. How do I want to pull this off? Maybe this first. Let's do this first. Yeah, so are you all interested in joining a chess club on chess.com? Specifically, Chess with Bill. Uh, one of the subscribers um, mentioned that, yeah, I know, I could pin them. I thought about it too. But it kind of puts my queen in a weird place. Like she's way over there. And he doesn't have to move the knight because it's reinforced by the queen and the pawn. So I was like, well, I did see it. I'm not saying it's a bad move, but I did see it. Okay, so you're doing that to get rid of this guy. So I do need to move this dude, or I can put pressure here. We'll put pressure here first. Give you something to think about. Topo Chico, water, or bourbon? It's just the choices are amazing. Yeah, so one of the subscribers that I have, it's his name's like India Patel, I think. He was like, "Oh yeah, I can't do it because it costs money," and I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean it costs money? I didn't know it cost money." I am thinking this is the way to regain the pawn. There is definitely something I can do here, and I do not know what it is. This is going to run into something like that. I do want to get rid of the pawn. This is kind of interesting because you have a problem there. But I can't do anything yet, so let's take care of this pawn. Could force the knight out. His knight's not doing much yet. I see a fork, but I've got this bishop to protect. Right, so blocking that. Fair enough. This is a useless check. I wonder if that makes sense now. Taking this guy out. Boom. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. There's a dumb tactic right here that may fuck me over. Perhaps. Perhaps. This is it's a nutty move that could be wrong. Could be very wrong. And he's got twice my time so he can actually think about it. We shall see. I don't... Oh, there is a check on b6. Not really. Okay. So this is protected. We'll go here. As the idea. What can I say? I wish this video were better. Man, I gotta figure out what the deal is. I might have to start streaming with my other computer. I have another Mac that I can use. It's older. Well, just by like a year. Okay, so this gets taken. I've got a minute and a half. What do I want to do here? I've got some nastiness right here. Won't take too long on this. I don't think my tactic is going to work. I think I was wrong. So we'll go there first to force the trade. I'm down a pawn and I'm down time. And he's going to think about this, which is great. Think about that all day. I'm perfectly fine with the thoughts. For that gives me, oh, sweet, precious time. All right, so he takes, of course. I take back. This is actually a pretty important square I don't really want to lose. I'm seeing a rook movement, perhaps. What can I fucking do? I don't know. Do. He moved over there. Oh shit. I'll move back here. I guess I could have gone here. But I wanted to, I don't know. My entire plan went to shit. I see this. I see this. I think I'm just losing this. Maybe that was a better plan. And then I could, So after rook f8, what am I gonna do? Hey, king f8, or f whatever the fuck it is. Right, we're gonna go. I don't want to give that square up. We're gonna go here first. Got some knights going on. Hopefully there's no b4. What do I do if b4? Huh. It opens up some stoof. It just kind of opens up my position. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, that's a bad move. I think this is the jam over here. Okay, he does that. So that's an even better move because it just fucking kills my shit. All right, well, fuck. That was fun. Nice move, man. Yeah, that's it. Good game. Yeah. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Takes. Yeah, I got nothing. This is very done. I was playing a game earlier today. I was cheating on you all. An over the board game. And, you know, I beat the guy because he doesn't play. But it was one of those things where we got to the point where he was just kind of like, and you know, all the moves took, because it wasn't a timed game. We got to that point where like all the moves were really, really slow. I have nothing, can't do I? Top. Oof. Yeah, this is really, really, really done. Anyway, the entire point of me saying this is, give me a second and I'll tell you after I lose this game. I had an idea. What was it? Was it this? No. This? No. Yeah, this is done. All right, man. I mean, I can make a dumb move, but what's the fucking point? There you go. Have a move. I have 5-second increment. Ha 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 ha. All right. Well, that was exhilarating. Losing sucks in this game. Fuck. It's the worst. I was thinking about what I could drink, but I shouldn't. One blunder. What was my one blunder? Did it have to do with the dumb attack that I made? That it had nowhere to go?